Welcome everyone to your pick a card reading for Monday the 8th of August to Sunday the 14th of August, or for whenever you come across this video. I hope that these messages will resonate and will help you for the week ahead. Timestamps will be below as usual, and we'll get started. Okay everyone, let's have a look at these piles. Okay everyone, we have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3 and pile 4. So just pick one that calls you or that you feel drawn to, either by the number that it represents or the crystal, if there's a particular crystal that you like the look of or you feel drawn to. If you don't feel drawn to any pile in particular, just pick one. Just know that whatever you pick, there'll be a message in there for you. Of course, being a general reading, not all the messages may resonate with you, so just take what does and just leave what doesn't. Please look at the cards, and if you feel drawn to a particular card, please take note of the message that comes with that card. That might have significant meaning for you. And again, if you feel drawn to more than one pile, then by all means have a look at more than one pile. There might be certain messages in there that will also help you in your week ahead. Lovely. Let's get started. Thank you. Welcome pile number 1. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you this week. Wow. Beautiful, beautiful tarot cards. Pile number 1. Lovely, lovely week ahead for you. Just let me tune into the energies. Just beautiful, pile number 1. Just the vibes, healing, the sun, stars. Your cup is overflowing. Okay, the first card is Magnificence. You are amazing, magnificent and unique, but most importantly, you are enough. The first thing that popped into my head is, do you know this? Is this a fact for you? Do you embrace this with everything you do in every area of your life? Do you feel amazing when you look in the mirror? Do you feel magnificent when you deal with others? Do you feel unique in your hopes and wishes? Do you believe that you're enough just the way you are? That you need change nothing? And by what I just said, you need to change nothing. It's actually a beautiful reminder that when we do our soul's work, it's not that we have anything wrong with us that we need to change. The only thing we need to change more often than not is our mindset, because when we change our mindset, and I'm looking at the parrot spirit, when we change our dialogue, when we change what we say to ourselves, what we say to others, everything changes. So when you stop beating yourself up about whatever you beat yourself up about, your life will change. And that's the only thing you've done. You've just changed your words. You've changed your thoughts. So you, your soul, and who you are on a very deep level doesn't need to be changed. So when we do our healing work and we say we need to change and we need to evolve and we need to grow, it's really our ego that we're talking about. It's really, and our ego operates through our mind. That's how it communicates with us. And that's all we need to do. And I'm really feeling pole number 1 with the parrot spirit here. And it says, watch your words. I think this week, and I'm saying this because of the tarot, you've got the star, you've got the Ace of Cups, and you've got the Sun. Now, I can't think of a more beautiful lineup of tarot cards ever. And I feel like, that's why I'm, watch your words. I'm going to say you are watching your words. I feel like you have come to this realization. Because when we understand how our words trip us up, and our words, we speak from our mind. So I'm going to explain that a little bit further, because a lot of us don't say what we think. You know, we alter it so that I guess we don't hurt people, but also so that, you know, people like us and things like that. So, you know, there's a lot in the link between what we think and our words. But let's just simplify that a little bit. What you say comes from your mind. Either you're trying to make people like you, you're trying to sound clever, or you might be saying things to, I want to say, get a type of reaction. So when I say type of reaction, it could be anything. You could be aiming for high impact or no reaction at all, but it comes from your thoughts. So your mind might say, oh, I want to say this, that, and the other. So you'll be feeling that, you'll be in that emotion, but then your thoughts will say, well, don't say it like that, say it like this. And so we censor ourselves because we don't believe that we are enough. We believe we have to alter ourselves in a certain way for people to accept who we are, and even for us to accept who we are, because this is not only your words to others, it's your words to yourself. So what are you saying to yourself? How are you censoring yourself? What are you saying to others? And what are you censoring when you talk to others? And I feel like you're coming into this realization. You're seeing how what you say is linked to your thoughts. And I feel that very strongly because you've got the vulture spirit here, which says nothing is wasted. And, oh, I just noticed you've actually got 2 9s. And the 9s in numerology is the completion. It's the don't want to say the end. Sorry, I've got the end coming in my mind, but I really don't want to say the end. I want to say it's kind of like, even in tarot, the 9 is kind of like the fruits of your labor. And that's 2 9s coming through, which is quite interesting. So another reason, I guess, it just dawned on me that you probably are seeing up until now where your thoughts and words have led you. And I feel like you're realizing for your well-being, you can't keep going that way, because you're starting to realize your worth. So the vulture spirit, nothing is wasted. Nothing is. So when we start to have realizations of how we have been tripping ourselves up, or how we've been self-sabotaging, or just how we've been holding ourselves back, we can often feel, down. We can often berate ourselves. We can, we tell ourselves off. We kind of think, oh, why have I done this? Why? Oh my gosh, all those opportunities, all that pain I caused myself. But the vulture spirit here is saying, no, it was all for a reason. And I know we throw that around a lot, and we say we need to see everything that happens as a reason. And sometimes when we're going through difficulty, or we've realized that we've put ourselves in a huge amount of difficulty, it feels unkind to say, oh, well, it's all for a reason. But if we can realize, and if we can understand that it was all to bring us to where we are now. It's not in our comfort zone that we push ourselves forward and that we grow and learn. It's when we've got that stone in our shoe, after a while we're just going to be like, you know what, I've just got to stop and get this stone out. It's annoying me, it's hurting me, and I'm not putting up with it any longer. And if you can just picture the universe kind of putting that stone in your shoe, so that you stop and realize, hang on a minute, why am I still walking with this stone in my shoe? I can just take my shoe off and get rid of it. And that's what you're realizing. So every way that you've tripped yourself up in the past has brought you to where you are now, has brought you to realizations. It teaches us so much about us and how we operate in the world. And with the well-being card here, pole number 1, I don't know if you have been unwell or if you are currently unwell. We have the star, which is healing. Or if you've just, you're realizing that you are amazing, you are magnificent, you are enough. And now you're really starting to look at your well-being. Look at ways that your self-talk and your thoughts, how they actually impact you on a physical level, and also on a life level. Like, your whole life gets impacted. So everything on this earthly plane gets impacted by our thoughts and our words, because our thoughts and our words lead to our deeds, lead to what we do in the world and how we act and react in the world. And all these have such a profound effect on our physical bodies. I think this card is so beautiful, and I like how the light, it just makes me think it's all kind of down the front where your chakras are, and it's healing on all levels. I look at the parrot is so colourful, and again, the colours of your chakras. So do meditations on your chakras, heal them, unblock them, do whatever you can. Even if you just find that you're really drawn to a particular colour, you might find yourself wearing more of a certain colour. Have a look to see what colour that that color is for your chakras, and maybe that's a chakra that needs a bit more attention. But I feel that your well-being, your physical well-being, is actually going to help you in understanding what you're doing and where you're coming from and what needs healing. And again, it just all brings you back to your thoughts and your words and what you think about yourself. So we have the star, and the star is about being seen. It's healing. It's wishes as well. Like, it's the star, you know, you wish on a star. It's your hopes. And in this particular card, I'm really noticing her nakedness. And I feel that this is the magnificence. This is you taking off those masks. This is you knowing that in you, your unique, pure self, you are enough as you are. And that's a beautiful realization, because your world changes when you come into that mindset, that space. And I find with the water, there's a balance, you know, she's bringing water to the land to balance things. I'm just getting such a sense of balance. So are you rebalancing your chakras? Are you rebalancing yourself? And I feel with the star and the sun, you're going to be seen, the real you. You're going to be showing the real you to the world. Oh, and when we can do that, we get the Ace of Cups. This is fulfillment. This is having your cup overflowing, and that's when we can give to others. That's when we are so fulfilled that we can actually give. And this is not giving out of guilt or giving out of obligation. This is giving out of just, we have so much we can give. You know, the star here symbolizes there's so much water that we can give to the land. Your tarot cards here signify there's no lack here. There's no going without. And the Ace of Cups is also, the aces for me is the universe is offering you something. Now that can be something emotionally, like with the cup. It can be, it's offering you something that will bring you emotional fulfillment. You still have to take it. So the Ace of Cups is here to say there's going to be an offering. But you still need to take action on it. You still need to take it. And I think you will. And I wonder if you've already received something and that's what has opened up all of this. Or you've started to open up to your magnificence. You're starting to watch how your thoughts and your words and your actions trip you up, or are not, or the fact that they're just not in line with who you are. And then the universe is going to bring you something to show you. You're going to be shown, wow, all I did was change that particular thought and look what came in for me. And this will be different for all of you, so just take it as it resonates. And pile number 1, we finish the reading with the sun. This is considered the best card of the tarot. The card says, a time of great joy and success, brilliant epiphanies that lead to magical opportunities, plans that work out perfectly, gratitude to the divine. Oh yes, for our well-being we need to be grateful. We need to remember to be grateful for what we have right in this present moment, and it just brings us more. It just aligns us with more. And the sun, again with the star, you're going to be seen for you. You know, the sun shines brightly. It doesn't dim its light for nothing and nobody. You're coming into your power. That's what's just come to mind, and it just sums this up. When we realize how magnificent we are, when we realize how unique we are, we come into our own power. And there's nothing more powerful than the sun. This is a beautiful reading, pole number 1. And I just want to say, gosh, embrace who you are, because you're brilliant. And shine brightly, pole number 1. Because the world needs to see your light. Because we are unique, only we shine at the frequency that we shine, and that's needed. I wish you a beautiful week, pole number 1. Thank you so much for joining me. Please, if this reading resonated, please give it a thumbs up, and please remember to subscribe so it helps grow my little channel. Love and light, my friends. See you next week. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number 2. Welcome to your weekly reading, or for whenever you've come across this video. Let's have a look at what Spirit has in store for you this week. Oh, advancement, moving forward in some way. Very nice. Okay, pole number 2, just give me a moment. I'll just tune into these energies. Okay, pole number 2. So we start off with advancement. A strong energy is propelling you forward. Follow the stirrings of your heart. Isn't that wonderful? Now, the first thing I got was, don't rush. So there's no rush. There's no panic. And I'm wondering if that has come to me because, like it says, a strong energy is propelling you forward. Follow the stirrings of your heart. And to me, this is our calling. When we hear a calling or we feel a calling, and suddenly we get ideas that we never had before. And there is so much excitement that comes from that. Anticipation and fear also come with that. So it's a lot of energy that bubbles in us. And it can make us feel like we have to hurry. We've got to have it all figured out. Okay, I've got this idea. Now what am I going to do with it? How am I going to do it? Slow down. The idea comes first. And we have to sit with that a little bit, because sometimes it can be something really out of left field where we've just never thought along those lines before. Sit with it for a bit. And then the time for planning, the time for looking at what steps do you need to take will come. And then the time of action will come. but take your time. There's no rush. I find that we get the calling, we get that heart's desire that wakes up in us. And that's what enables us to start to see who we are, see who we have become. And it's in that space that we grow and we evolve. So often we have to look at things that no longer serve us. And for this reading, for some reason, we'll have a look at what the rest of the cards say, but I'm kind of feeling it's more to do with how you see yourself and how you think about yourself and things like that. So sometimes that needs to change first. We need to change things about ourselves. We need to change things about our life to become more in line with where our heart is calling us. So it's a journey. It's the start of a new journey. We have the Rhino spirit, overcome any obstacles. And I'm so glad that this is here. Actually, do you know, I've just noticed that you've got quite a few 5s in this reading. So you've got 5, you've got the 3 and 2, which is 5, you've got the 51, which is 6, but I'm just seeing the 5. And 5s are all about change. So they can be upheaval, that depends on what we're trying to overcome, what we're changing. It can be change that we instigate ourselves, or it can be change that just comes to us because things have to fall away. So you're in a period of great change, pole number 2. And I think it's because this your heart's desire is now saying, you know what? We're going to go in this direction. It's guiding you to align with your soul's calling, guiding you to align with a cause that's important to you or something that is new. And overcoming in obstacles. Now, with this card in your reading today, I'm feeling like acceptance is going to be a big thing. And this is a weekly reading, but I think this is going to start this week and it's going to set you forth. So the messages that are for you this week, pole number 2, will resonate over a long period of time for you. And I think if you make note, as you progress on your journey, if you can think to come back to this reading, it will reassure you. It will make you feel like, oh, that's right. Yep, that's why all of this is happening. That's why I feel like I'm not sure-footed anymore, or I don't know what I'm doing. There's going to be periods of, you know, when we're starting to change everything in our life, there's periods of real uncertainty. And I feel like the spirit, the Rhino spirit here, you know, when it says overcome any obstacles, I don't think you're going to be in the stage where there's going to be obstacles. I think the obstacles are within you. They're parts of you, your ego probably, that is just going, oh no, I'm quite happy here. I'm not going to go and, you know, put myself into all this unknown. I'm going to stay right here where I know what I'm doing and I'm comfortable. And the Rhino spirit is saying, no, you need to overcome that feeling. You need to overcome that wanting to stay in the safety of your comfort zone, because this journey wants you to come out of it so you can follow your heart, you can follow your soul's calling. And we have the Sandpiper spirit, be playful. And so often when we start our soul's journey, because we are in such a place of, our fears are bubbling up. The minute we put ourselves in a place of the unknown, we have our fears that bubble up. And the reason why that happens is so that we can work through our fears. We can see them and we can slowly work through them. And it can be a period of quite real seriousness. Almost, I really want to say, we almost lose the joy in life, because we do find ourselves in a place of uncertainty, a place of unknown, and therefore our foundation has been shaken. And well, there's not a lot of joy in that. There's not a lot of playfulness. And I feel the Sandpiper Spirit here is saying, find something and I want to say that brings you joy. And that can be any little thing. I know when I went through one of my awakenings, because we have several, but the last one that was so, I'm going to say it was tough. It was difficult. I love knitting and crocheting, and I just threw myself into that. And I found that I picked patterns that challenged me a little bit, but not so much that it took all my headspace. So enough where I didn't run with my thoughts, but not enough where I actually stopped thinking altogether. So I could see as I was doing it what things would come to the surface. But to me, it brought me joy. It made me happy in a time where I possibly want to say I wasn't. So being playful doesn't mean the playful, silly kind of, or it can by all means, but it can just be that playful, that space where you're being joyful and creative. I'm getting more joyful and creativity. And also watch comedies. Something that you can laugh. Something where it might even be releasing some of these emotions through laughter. Listen to your favorite comic, or just watch comedies. Something that makes you laugh. And we have sleep. Now for your reading, pole number 2, the first message that I'm getting with this card is your sleep is probably going to be disturbed. You'll probably find that you either need less sleep or more sleep, or you want to get more sleep but you can't sleep, or you want to be doing things but you just find that you need to sleep more. You're sleeping a lot more. Your sleep pattern might vary. You might find that you're going to bed later and waking up later, or that you're going to bed earlier and waking up earlier. So just be mindful of your sleep, and just, sorry, I don't want to say, I'm going to take that back. Don't be mindful of your sleep. Don't focus on it. Just allow it to be what it is. Just go with it. Don't get annoyed, is I guess what I'm trying to say. Don't let it bother you if your sleep pattern changes. You might find yourself more tired, and that's okay. I also feel that maybe look at your dreams at this time. Maybe Spirit might try to communicate with you through your dreams. Just see what comes up. It's more a letting what needs to be, and just going with that and seeing what comes from that. I'll not to talk about me, but from when I went through my last awakening, I I found that I was always an early to bed kind of person. I wasn't going to bed till really late, like I'm saying midnight, and I used to be in bed between 8 and 9, and then suddenly I'm finding myself wide awake. But it was in that darkness, in those night hours, that I actually did a lot of soul searching. So even though I possibly found myself more tired, I found that time really productive and really helpful. So look at what might change for you, and then look at how it might actually be helping you, instead of just getting caught up in the, oh, I need to be doing this, or I always did it like this, I need to be doing it like that. No, allow yourself to change. Allow what happens to happen in whatever way it's going to happen for you. Now we have the Knight of Cups, and I believe this is a reflection of this advancement card. And the Knight of Cups, he demonstrates movement, but slow movement, and an offering. And I feel like you are going to take this offering, this, your heart's desire, you're going to take that and you're going to move forward with it. And I feel the Knight of Cups is just here, just to say you're going to do this. It's going to resonate enough. The energy is going to be strong enough within you that you are just not going to be able to ignore it. And I want to have a look at the Five of Wands as well, you know, because again, the five, all about change. And the Five of Wands is in this, and sometimes it can be competition with others and things like that. It could be like debates with others, and maybe even arguments and things like that. But I think debate is a good thing, a good word actually in this instance, because I feel that you're going to be debating with yourself. So you're going to listen to your heart, and you're going to move forward with it slowly, with intention. And you'll come to these obstacles where you're going to be in conflict with yourself. You're going to be in conflict with what you want to do, with what you're doing now, with what's changing, with what you want to stay the same. And this is the uncertainty. This is the uncertainty that brings us to a space of doubts. What am I doing? Why am I even doing this? So there'll be days where you just think, I'm not doing this. This is too hard. I'm not doing it. And then there'll be other days where you're like, no, I can't not do this. And with the Knight of Cups and the Five of Wands, this is a journey. This is going to be your journey for the next few weeks, for the next few months, for the next few years, however long it takes. And you can't rush it. So you can't say, oh yeah, but if I just move and push, I'll get through this way quicker, and then I'll just get to the end, the destination. It doesn't work like that. And the reason why we go through these two energies is because this gives us fuel for when we fall into doubts. But the doubts make us grow so that we keep fueling our desires and keep moving forward. And we finish with the King of Wands, and I couldn't think of a better card to finish. This King of Wands is all about his passions. It's all about his belief in his dreams and how he takes action into making them come about. The card says motivational, inspiring, theatrical, ambitious. Take a leadership role. Step into the spotlight. Public speaking. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Communicate your vision. Don't be sensitive to criticism. He does not care what others think. He is so sure of his path. He has so much trust and belief and knowing in his dreams, in his calling, in what lights him up, what drives him, that he doesn't listen to what anybody else says. He understands that that's his journey. Only he can understand his journey. Other people can't. And you are going to come into this realization. You're going to realize that when you follow your heart, when you follow your soul's journey, it doesn't matter what doubts, fears, obstacles, dramas, even if it's other people's words that make you afraid, it doesn't matter. We just can't do anything but follow our calling. And when we don't follow our calling, this becomes louder. And you'll realize that, pole number 2. Pole number 2, a beautiful start to your soul's journey. Take your time. There's no rush. There's no fixed destination. It's just a beautiful new journey that will then lead you into another beautiful new journey and another and another. I wish you all the best, pole number 2. If you've liked this reading and it has resonated with you, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to help me grow my little channel. Take care. Love and light. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number 3. Let's have a look at what messages Spirit has for you today. You've been doing the work, pole number 3, and you're going to start to see the results. Beautiful. Let me just grab the energies for this week. I've got a smile on my face. I just feel there's so much joy and celebration, lucky time. It's beautiful. So the first card is celebration. Celebrate your achievements. You truly are a gift to the universe. Isn't that beautiful? We are, because, you know, this card reminds us we're unique. And because we are unique, we each offer different things to the world. And that's why we are all important in our own way, because it's this uniqueness that means we all bring different things to the table. And if one of us wasn't there, there'd be something missing on that table. And when we truly embrace that and we truly know that from a really, really deep level, our world shifts because our thoughts on ourself shift. Celebration, that's beautiful. You've been doing something Spirit here today, pole number 3, is saying thank you. It's saying thank you for what you've been doing. And if that is working on yourself so that you become more aligned with your authentic self, or if you've been working on putting something out to help others, or anything, it doesn't matter how big or small you think it to be, it's of significance. And the universe is saying thank you. Celebrate yourself and celebrate your achievements. We have dog spirit. Be loyal to what you love. I love that, because when we are loyal to what we love, we're aligned with our authentic self. We're aligned with our truth, and we're not afraid of putting that truth into the world. We're not afraid of speaking that. We're not going to change ourselves or our words to fit in to the world we perceive. We are loyal to who we are, loyal to what we're doing or trying to do, and loyal to ourselves, our authentic self, our true self. We're loyal to our soul, is probably the best way to put it. I'd love to know, pole number 3, what you've been up to, because this is beautiful. This is celebrating what you love. And even if other people don't see what you're doing as anything in particular, it doesn't matter. You celebrate you. That's what being loyal to yourself is all about, is celebrating every little achievement, celebrating every little understanding that you come to, celebrating every time you're true to yourself. We have rabbit spirit. Now is a lucky time. Yes, because when we are aligned with ourself, our true authentic self, when we're aligned with our soul's journey, and when we're not afraid of celebrating that, of putting that out into the world, it can almost look like suddenly we've become very lucky. And it's not that suddenly luck is on our side. It's just that because we're aligned with what we're doing, things come to us. Things that are aligned with us come to us. So they just flow to us. And it looks effortlessly. I don't know why I always have problems. Effortlessly. It doesn't take any effort, is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, pole number 3, sorry. I get tongue-tied sometimes. But it doesn't take any effort. Things just flow to us because because we are in alignment with ourselves, what is supposed to come to us just comes to us. I hope that makes sense, pole number 3. I don't think I think I butchered that a little bit, is probably the best way of saying it. And we have reliable. And this is probably one of my most favorite cards in the deck. I love the painting on this. I love the artwork. It feels so peaceful. And I always get the message with this card is she's drifting down the river in her little boat. She doesn't have any oars. There's no engine going. She's playing her music. She's only lit by the sun that's coming up and her candles. This could be the sun going down as well, and her candles. And she has her eyes closed. She relies. She knows that she can rely on the universe. She knows she can trust. in herself and in the universe. And the owl on her shoulder signifies wisdom. The wisdom to know that we are always provided for. Align with your path and set forth with trust. And this card to me just really makes me think of trust. She completely and utterly trusts where the universe is taking her, and she knows that it's for her deepest good. And when we learn to rely on the universe like that, we become more reliable to others and to ourselves, because we don't chop and change every time we get a new thought or every time a fearful thought comes up. And that changes our life, and that might be what you're celebrating. Pole number 3, you might just have come into the realization of how the universe guides you. And that is something completely and utterly worth celebrating. I'm going to read the 2 tarot cards together because I feel like they're really, really in sync. We have the 9 of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles. And I feel that because you have been diligently doing your work, and I feel that this is not only out in the world, but in you as well, the universe is bringing you choices. I just feel like you're going to get an opening up of options, an opening up of, the Queen of Wands is here, of dreams coming about. And I find that you're gonna have just so much to celebrate, and that's the luck. You know, now is a lucky time, and you're going to feel that because you've got all these beautiful choices, and I want to say they're kind of going to feel like they've come out of nowhere, but the 8 of Pentacles is here to say no, they've come because you've done the work. And you might, you know, people around you might just go, oh, you're just lucky. Yes. But we make our own luck. And I feel these choices are really going to, and you won't pick them all, but you'll have clarity because you trust. You know you can rely on yourself to make good choices. You know you can rely on the universe to guide you to make good choices. And when we're that sure, when we're that sure-footed, we tend to move forward. It will almost seem rapidly, like it'll seem like things just kind of like, and it's like we're, wow, how did that all happen? You know, we look back and think, wow. Remember to celebrate. Be loyal. When these choices come around, be loyal to your heart. Be loyal to what you love. And you will be, because you're in this space. And you'll know which ones are for you and which ones are not for you. Because some might tempt you. But the minute you realize they're actually not in alignment with what I want to do or where I want to go, you'll set them aside, no matter how glittery they can be. Because you're just going to know. You're just in this space. And the 8 of Pentacles, you've done the work, pole number 3. And this never stops. We're always doing the work. Sometimes more intensely than others. Sometimes we're in a period of rest, recuperation, receiving, and I feel that's the energy that you're in. You're in that receiving energy. You've put out and now you're going to receive. So allow yourself to be in that space. And interestingly enough, I feel that's why you have a queen here, because for me, the kings in the tarot are all about pushing things out into the world, pushing your dreams out into the world, especially with the wands. But the queen is all about receiving. So the queen knows what she wants, what she desires, what's in her heart. And she's done what she needed to do, and now she can sit back and know that she's going to receive. There's such a trust in the queens. I find the queens have a real trust in the universe. That real feminine energy, or not feminine as in pretty feminine, but in that real female energy of receiving. And that archetype kind of energy of receiving. And she knows that this is a time of seeing what comes to her. And I love it in this particular deck because she's so sure of herself. Not in an arrogant way. Just she knows herself. She knows her worth. She relies on the universe, and not in a rely like a needy way, but she knows that the universe can be relied on. She trusts that. She doesn't come from a place of lack or a place of, no, dreams are not meant to come true. She really believes dreams are meant to come true. And she sets herself up and she puts herself in alignment so that they do. Pole number 3, I feel that this week is, and this is just the start of this week, and you might not even be here yet. This might just be Spirit saying, keep going. You know, you might have hit a bit of a bump, and this might just be the reading that says, don't give up, keep going. This is what's ahead of you. Or you may find yourself in this space of celebrating right now and having these choices come to you. Be in that receiving. Pole number 3, that's the message I have for you this week. Very, very clear, very beautiful. Thank you so much for being here with me. I really appreciate it. If you've liked this reading and it has resonated, please hit the like button, and if you so would like, also the subscribe to help me grow my little channel. Love and light, pole number 3. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Hello, pole number 4. Welcome to your reading. Let's have a quick look what Spirit has in store for you, or what messages Spirit would like to share with you. Well, I like the koala spirits. Spirit has a plan. It's always a good thing, isn't it? Like a little promise. Okay. Okay, pole number 4. I'm just gonna feel the energies for a moment and see. I'm not sure why, the Antelope Spirit, I get the running away. I get a running away feeling from it. So I'm not sure, pole number 4, if you're trying to run away from something. Let's have a look and see if we can clarify that feeling that I've got. So your first card is reflection. See all aspects of yourself through the reflection of the one who mirrors your hidden self. Isn't that interesting? See all aspects of yourself through the reflection of the one who mirrors your hidden self. I want to say, pole number 4, who's triggering you? I feel, I'm wondering if that's why I got this with the Antelope Spirit. I got this running away. I feel there is somebody in your life that is triggering you in a way that actually makes you quite uncomfortable. And with this reflection card, I wonder if it's because there's something about them that is showing you something about you and you don't want to see it. And I'm just looking at the rest, you know, you want to walk away, you want to, you're being called to have strength. Let's have a little deeper look. Okay, so we have Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. Okay, I just got it now. Spirit, this person could be a new person, it could be somebody that's been in your life a long time, really, that doesn't matter at all. There's not anything wrong with that person. They're not here to make your life difficult, even though that's how you might feel. They're there because Spirit has a plan. Because Spirit wants to open you up to something else. And it's only until you see this thing about yourself that you don't want to look at that you'll be able to move forward. So I'm wondering if you've got caught in a loop. Because when we have, I'm going to call them lessons for want of a better word, but when we have lessons, they're there to teach us, to help us grow and to help us move on. The thing with the lessons is when we don't notice them, when we don't learn from them, we tend to repeat them until we do. But the lessons tend to get more difficult because they need to get more difficult to become louder so that we feel more discomfort and we feel more drawn to do something about them. And this is all of us. All of us have replayed the same lesson over and again until one day it was just like, oh, I get it. I'm never doing that again. And it can be in any area of your life. It can be to do with anything. It can be something as simple as a thought, a behavioral pattern, jobs you always go for, people you always date, friends you're always surrounded with. It can be anything, and it'll be different for all of you. But Spirit has a plan for you. And it needs you to do some inner work. Because I was saying this to pole number 1. There is nothing wrong with us. There's nothing we need to change about who we are at a soul level. When we're called to change, it's generally the non-authentic, that the mask that we've put on, what we say because we know that's what people want to hear, not what we truly believe. You know, the hidden self, more often than not, when we start our awakening and our journey, the hidden self is our authentic self. We've buried it, we've hidden it, we're not going to look at it because it's challenging. And this person, because I really feel this is a person, I mean, it could very well be a situation, but I'm feeling a person here, is really going to challenge you in some way. And now would be a very difficult time to be grateful for them, but you will be. You will be so grateful for what they are showing you and what you are going to learn about yourself. And I feel that the plan that Spirit has for you, in the mindset, in the way you are now, maybe operating more from, you know, an ego place, you don't see what Spirit needs you to see. And every time you get a glimpse of it, you want to charge off in another direction. And the card says, so the antelope spirit is life is speeding up. And in this particular reading, I feel like the koala spirit is saying, you need to stop running. And that can be just running away from what your heart is showing you or telling you. It can just be making yourself so busy that you don't even have time to look or hear or acknowledge anything. But I feel that you will, pole number 4. I feel resistance, but in those quiet moments, you feel it. And even though you probably can't quite put your finger on what it is, I feel there's a knowing in you, because there's a need in you. And I feel, I'm just going to say it how it came to me, but I feel, pole number 4, that you're very successful. And it's not a life that you want to give up. It's not a life that you, and I'm not saying that you have to give it up, but you're not maybe even in a space of being willing to contemplate something different. But there's something deep inside of you, and this nurture card here today that wants you to slow down. And I just feel that the life you are living, even though it might be very abundant and affluent, I want to say, you know, you might be somebody. And when I say that with my little, because you might be well known in your field. You might have reached, you know, the highest level of your field. But the nurture card here is saying you need to listen to something deep inside of you. The lifestyle that you live no longer nurtures you. It's not to say that it's wrong or it was ever wrong. Everything that you learned, everything that you've done has enabled you to be where you are here today. It doesn't mean you have to stay there forever. It doesn't mean that that spot is there for you and that's it. I feel that you're starting to realize this, pole number 4. I really feel that this is knocking loudly, and that's maybe why I get you want to run away, because you don't want to acknowledge it. But with the 8 of Cups, I feel like you are, and with the Strength here, I feel like you are. You're probably a very busy person, either like physically busy, you've got a lot to do every day, or very mentally busy, or your job makes you very, it takes up headspace, if I can probably use that explanation. And I feel it's starting to cost you. I feel you're starting to drag yourself a little bit more. And this is that nurture card. It's calling you to slow down. It's calling you to go within and take moments to really nurture yourself. And I feel, pole number 4, for you, it's really going to take strength to do that. But you've got it. Your Strength card is here. You've got that strength in you. And if I may say, pole number 4, you didn't get to where you got to with no courage and no drive and no understanding. You followed that journey to get to where you were. And this is just Spirit telling you, we've got a new journey. You've got a new journey now. We don't just do one journey start to finish and that's it. I mean, we do. That's our journey of life, birth, death. But between those 2 points, it's just one journey after another journey after another journey. And I like to say one journey leads to another journey. So there's no real destination, not really. And this is just your new journey. And I think it's difficult for you, pole number 4, because your last journey got you to such a good place. Financially and emotionally, it was fulfilling. But I don't think it's fulfilling you anymore, or not in the same way. Because Spirit is saying you've got a new journey. And you're going to need that strength that you've shown in the past to follow it. And it might be a strength in a different way. This might be more an inner journey that you're starting on. It can be heading off in a completely different direction to where you are now. That doesn't really matter. But this journey is going to require your strength and your commitment. But you have that already. Because you've shown that in getting to where you are now. I don't feel any fear in your reading, pole number 4. There's no fears that are holding you back. There's no doubt, yes, but not fears, because you have the strength. You've worked through a lot of your fears to get to where you are now. And I think it's cost you a lot to get to where you are now. And I'm saying that in work, in reflection, in pushing past your fears, in, sitting back when you didn't have clarity and then moving forward once you got clarity and that kind of thing. Your last journey has been a really big one for you. But now you're starting a new journey. And I'm not sure that you're ready yet to leave the old one. And that's why Spirit is saying, you know what? We've got you. We've got a plan for you. And all you need to do is open your heart. And I think this reflection card, the one who mirrors your hidden self, this person that is going to trigger you, is going to set all this in motion. And you're going to, and this is maybe why you want to run from it. You don't want to, you are firm in your foundation now. You know what you're doing. You are sure of yourself. People have come to trust you and they know what you're capable of. And this new journey puts you in uncertainty again. We've got the Two of Pentacles here, and that's juggling. It's, am I doing this? Am I doing that? What? Oh, he's walking a tightrope, so he's not grounded. He's not particularly balanced either. The card says working too hard or multiple jobs, the need to bring balance and fun into your life, juggling multiple priorities, balancing the budget. Or for you, pole number 4, I feel that the Two of Pentacles is here because you're juggling the need to go on this new journey. Or actually, I don't even want to say the need, the calling to go on this new journey, and your desire to stay where you are. And pole number 4, your desire to stay where you are is very strong. And there's no judgment here. I understand why. I can, and anybody would, completely understand why. And maybe this person that is triggering you, maybe every time you get a sense of this plan and you know that this new journey is going to start, maybe you speak to somebody about it and maybe their reaction is, are you completely crazy? Why are you even contemplating that? Look what you have. Look where you are. Are you not grateful for everything you have? And that might trigger you in wanting to run from this new journey even more. But little by little, you're going to see that it's your authentic, it's your soul that wants this. Spirit's guiding you, and your soul is being called to follow you. Well, it's not even being called to follow. Your soul is connected to Spirit, so the two are one. The two understand each other without any words or anything. And you're just going to need to understand that, yes, you're going to be in an uncomfortable place for a while. But you have what it takes. And I feel that you have what it takes so much because of your previous journey, that this journey, even though the start of it looks too much, I think once you start it, you're going to realize that it actually takes less effort than what you thought, because it just nurtures you on such a deep level. It's so aligned with where your soul is now guiding you, where Spirit is now guiding you, that it's going to be smoother and easier than you thought. It's just that first step. It's just acknowledging and taking that first step. So pole number 4, I want to say, be gentle with yourself this week. And really open your heart to what Spirit is trying to say. Thank you so much, pole number 4, for joining me today. I hope that these messages have resonated and that they'll help you in the week ahead. If you've liked this reading, please hit the like button and please subscribe to help me grow my little channel. Wishing you a beautiful week, love and light. Take care. Bye-bye.